Honorable Senator Lisa Murkowski is here, so I don't think we need an introduction. I've read your bio so many times. You're wonderful, supportive, and we thank you for all of your help. Today's meeting was awesome. We got some great pictures, so yeah, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Well, to Mabor and to all of you, thank you for your advocacy on behalf of some pretty key issues for us in the state of Alaska, and for really bringing together a great group of folks through AMBCA. But it's hard to make these trips back here. People think that, oh, it's just a great little picnic. They don't have to sit in that middle seat for 10.5 hours. It is work when you are back here, and you're leaving your families and your jobs to be advocates on issues that we all care about. So thank you for what you're doing and your leadership in really kind of pulling this together. We look forward to year 3. I want to touch on each of the 3 issues that you all have been advocating for. First, the contaminated lands. And Brennan, you kind of summed it up into one neat little ball here by saying, look, you get a raw deal when we give you your lands, and they're fouled, they're contaminated, and so you can't gain value for them. And oh, by the way, we might hold you liable for them and might even penalize you for it on top of it. Happy day. I mean, what kind of a deal is this? This is crazy talk. You know, Charisse has been working on how we deal with the legacy wells for a period of time now, how we prioritize that. And we know what the response from the administration is. Well, it's all about priorities. It's all, we got to figure out where we're going to find it. That would be one thing if this was just something that came about in the past few years. But these are messes that have been there for generations. Generations. I actually looked back to a little bit of the legislative history on this and what has gone on even prior to the 1998 agreement where we're supposed to have this big action plan. Well, back in 1991 and 1993, it was my dad and Don Young that came together. They actually had introduced legislation. Well, I looked at those 2 dates, and they kind of stuck out to me because I have 2 kids. One was born in 91, and one was born in 93. One has graduated from college, and one is graduating next year. This is how long you've been kind of knocking on the door and saying, hello, is anybody out there going to accept responsibility? Is anybody in the federal government going to step up and do what you should be doing in the first place? So I think they've been given a pass for long enough. So what you're doing with this reach out and going back and not only having the meetings, but talking to the folks within the administration, talking to those that can really put this back on their action list, this is important. And I know that it's getting out there in the media, so it's an all-hands-on-deck approach, and that's what it's going to take. Because it's tough out there right now in budget times. And I'm told by my staff, don't make any promises, Lisa, because it's going to be tough. We acknowledge that. But you don't give a raw deal. And that's what's happened here. So we'll work with you on that. On the FAIR Act, I appreciate your help, because we do need to get that co-sponsorship. We need to get this legislation moving. It's not without resistance. The administration has come back and said, oh, we're not so good about this revenue sharing that would actually take money from the feds. We don't think that it should be going to the states or going to Alaska's native peoples, and we think that we should handle it back here. Well, we're doing a fine job taking care of your money. We need help with that, and your assistance in that is key. And then finally, on the issue of 8A, this is an area where I think we have seen some demonstrated proof that when the organizations and the groups and the coalitions come together in real serious advocacy and work to educate, we can make some progress. And we are far from out of the woods. We recognize that. But is there an awareness? Absolutely. Do we need to be doing more? Absolutely. But I think when people hear from those who have worked with the program, the beneficiaries, and understanding how the 8A program works within Alaska, this is what they need to hear. And it comes best from you all. your delegation back here will work hard on this, but they get used to hearing from us. They know our stories. They need to hear from you, and you make that happen. So thank you for your continued advocacy. Know that we're here to work with you. We hope you only have to make the trip back to Washington, D.C. once a year, and that in subsequent meetings from here on out, we're there with you back home, which is where we would all rather be. So thanks for the opportunity to be with you today, and again, thank you for your very, very continued good work. Thanks.